Hey guys, welcome to my presentation on stingrays, and thanks for taking the time to watch this. So without further ado, let's get started. So some background information on stingrays. A stingray is a fish with a skeleton made of cartilage. So they're part of the group chondrichthyes, and they belong to the subclass Elasmobronchi. Which means that they're also related to other rays and also sharks. So, as a fish, you know all the basics of it. You know they breathe with gills, and yeah. Basic anatomy of a stingray. Basically, it has a flat body and it has pectoral fins that are attached to its head. The flat body helps blend in with when it's hunting, and the eyes and mouth are not actually coordinated. So the stingray has to rely on its sense of smell and also its electroceptors to find if there's any prey around. So as you can see in this picture of a little fish here, all these red dots are its electroreceptors, and basically the electroreceptors allow the animal to sense other animals' electric signals in water. So the stingray also has skin that camouflages with its environment. So it can actually just lay there in the sand like you see in this stingray here and wait for prey to come by. So how does a stingray move? Well, actually, unlike most fish which have swim bladders, this one right here, they're basically sacs of gases that can control the fish's buoyancy in water. Stingrays don't have these. Instead, like sharks, they have these large oil-filled livers which control the buoyancy in the same way. And the stingray has, as you know, flexible cartilage skeletons, and with that comes cartilage flippers, and it allows them to make really smooth and nice turns. Of course, a stingray wouldn't be a stingray without the sting. For self-defense, it has that infamous long, flexible tail with, poisonous barbed stingers, and they can reach lengths of up to 35 centimeters long. So right here we have actually one of those barbs on the stinger, and as you can see here, it measures, I believe, 9 centimeters long. That's like getting stabbed by a knife. And yeah, the venom glands that produce the venom for the barbs are located on the underbelly of the stingray. So for digestion, well, stingray's diet actually consists of mollusks, crustaceans, and small fish. A stingray is carnivorous, and its digestive system is basically made up of jawed teeth, like you see in this picture over here. An esophagus, the tube from which the food goes down, goes into the stomach, and then into a spiral valve intestine. I'm not sure if you can see it over here. Here's the stomach, and then here's the spiral valve intestines, which are basically like curled up intestines, just like ours. Maximizes surface area for digestion and also conserves space in the body of the stingray so that there's room for like the reproductive system and also that huge liver we just saw, which controls the buoyancy. So the stingray's role in the ecosystem. The stingray is actually a high tier predator. It's not hunted by anything except for a few rare sharks here and there. And in the ecosystem, a stingray can actually uncover prey for other animals when they flop around in the sand. Why do stingrays flop around in the sand? Well, stingrays flop around in the sand because that's how they camouflage, as you can see in this picture over here. And stingrays, for humans, they provide a food source and also a clothing source. We use their skin to make pelts and stuff. Reproduction of stingrays. So basically, males court females by biting at their pectoral discs first, and then the male puts its clasper into the female's valve to transfer sperm, and then from there on, internal fertilization takes place. And by the way, that's how you tell male and female stingrays apart, the claspers. Um, Over here, I'm not sure if you can see over here, this under part. Um, the claspers. Males have two claspers. And also, once the fertilization is done, the embryos are nourished in the sac of the mother. The embryos are actually in eggs, but they're live, so they're viviparous. And the embryos are nourished from a yolk sac, but not a placenta, because that's how they're different from humans. And we use this term called ovoviviparity, which basically describes um, uh, eggs in a mother, but they're live. And finally, some cool facts for you guys. Uh, Stingrays are usually non-aggressive and curious, and they're found mainly in tropical and subtropical areas around the world. Top speed is 48 kilometers per hour, and they have a lifespan of 15 to 25 years. So I'm sorry if I dragged on a bit. Here's my rough presentation. Hope you enjoyed it, and welcoming all feedback over here. Thanks, guys.